he might just be the richest person alive. Vladimir Putin has access to over 20 different palaces and villas, 58 private planes and at least 4 luxury yachts. Putin is one of the richest people in the world. Thus, it's hard to place him on a list because his actual net worth is shrouded in mystery. Some estimates place it at $70 billion, while others say it could be as much as $200 billion. Some estimates place it at $70 billion, while others say it could be as much as $200 billion. From fancy cars to an expensive collection of watches, this is how the Russian billionaire spends his fortune. Vladimir Putin has no shortage of palaces, mansions and apartments to call his own. But there is one particular home that stands above the rest, his $1 billion Black Sea Palace with grand architecture and luxury comparable to France's Palace of Versailles. The seaside mansion is reported to have cost at least $1 billion to build. It's the largest private residential building in Russia with a reported 190,000 square feet of living space. Aerial photos reveal features like a large courtyard surrounded by massive wrought iron gates, a sculpture garden and an amphitheater. There's an arboretum and greenhouse, a church and a 260-foot-long bridge that leads to a 27,000-square-foot guest house. There are many rooms hidden inside, around and under the main palace, like a hockey rink, Las Vegas-style casino, swimming pools and saunas, a cocktail lounge and a gym. Olsky Navalny and his anti-corruption team revealed some of the secrets hidden inside Putin's 11-bedroom palace by comparing the building plans with expensive furniture orders traced back to the Russian president. While his incomparable palace may be Putin's current favorite, the president's title grants him access to many state palaces, state-rented apartments and vacation homes. Putin's official office is the Kremlin, a fortified complex in Moscow, that includes more than 15 buildings, 20 towers and over 1.5 miles of walls that are up to 21 feet thick. According to a report, $1 billion worth of upgrades were added to the building in the 1990s. However, his official presidential residence is different. It's a suburban government statue outside of the city called Novoarchovo. It's located in Ryablogva, home to some of Russia's most opulent mansions. It's well hidden behind walls and constantly patrolled by security. Unlike the White House, it's completely closed to the public but is known to have some spectacular gardens and royal rooms that are occasionally seen in Putin's broadcasts. The Russian president is also rumored to stay in a government-leased apartment in Moscow and Yuntra in Kilegrad, a palace right beside the beach. That's one of his official summer residences, as well as a forest-surrounded residence which was initially planned to be one of Stalin's official homes. There's also a palace in St. Petersburg formerly owned by the Romanov family and often used by Putin for state events. In addition to these lavish homes, Putin is rumored to have private vacation homes, apartments and beachside villas around the world in unknown locations. Vladimir Putin is known for having a love of cars, especially Soviet-made classics. His presidential vehicle is a bomb and bulletproof limousine. Russian-built state car production has started to make the vehicle available to the public, but Putin was the first to own this Soviet Rolls-Royce. Prices start around $245,000, but Putin's is expected to have cost over $300,000. His model comes with special features like the ability to withstand sniper fire and chemical gas attacks, advanced communications equipment and CCTV footage aired on internal screens. Putin loves a good vintage car, so his personal collection includes some favorites like his ZAZ 968. It's the first vehicle Putin ever drove and is expected to have paid around $10,000. To add a perfect conditioned used model to his car collection, in 2005 he also purchased a Gas 21 Volga for about $12,000. He drove George Bush around in this vehicle during a meeting between the two leaders in 2006. Another of Putin's classic Soviet cars is a lot of Niva 4x4 that he uses for fishing trips. However, the best traveling can't always be done on land. Perhaps even more extensive than his car collection is Putin's incredible fleet of aircrafts, which is said to be made up of at least 58 different flying machines. In 2012, dossier was drawn up by a political rival of Putin which detailed his many planes and helicopters. Included in his collection is a $20 million Dassault Falcon which seats 19 and has a full entertainment system with soundproofing. He also owns an Airbus AH319 for traveling with small groups and supposedly owns 8 Tu-154s that cost between $7.5 million and $20 million each. It's said to have an $11 million cabin decked out by jewelers with a gold toilet which costs between $75,000 and $100,000. The epic yacht which upgraded in 2005 for reported $1.2 billion. He also owns the Graceful, which cost $100 million and can sleep 14 people in 6 lavish bedrooms. It reportedly cost $5 to $10 million in annual operation costs. Another yacht he owns is called the Seagull. It's 177 feet long and is officially part of Kremlin's fleet of yachts. Putin is secretly the world's richest person as far as we know. This is just the taste of how the luxurious Russian president's life really is. Despite all the visible luxury, the Kremlin claims Putin makes just $135,000 a year.